Alright, so we're checking out the new Rogue. You can see it parked actually right next to my Pathfinder. And just going to take it out for a drive, see what I think about it. The outside, I don't know, it's so-so. I mean, it looks like a Rogue from before. The front face looks kind of nice, but it's still kind of like flat in the front. I don't know. So I'm gonna just take this one out for a drive. It has a couple more features than the one that I probably would get if I do end up getting one. But you know, you can check it out. It come with like the leather seats and everything, and all the what do you call it? Driver assistance tech. This one will have a bigger screen. The other one that I would end up getting would have a slightly smaller screen. It's pretty much the same size overall. I think they add a lot more piano black to it. I mean, the other one was like that. You end up losing maybe like an inch width-wise. But, you know, got some drive modes here, some storage underneath. Really rubberized, that's for sure. Kind of flat bottom-ish. Paddle shifters. Alright, so let's see. So this one does not have heads-up display, but I do have a speed limit sign. Nice soft materials. This one has like a a brown leather kind of top piece to it, but actually it's more of like the soft touch material. It's not even really leather. It's kind of like a black fake leather in here, but it feels good. I mean, the seats, as always in these Nissans, feel really good. Just always do. I kind of like this door handle, and I would say how it kind of arcs up. It just feels comfortable to have your hand rest there. Kind of nice fake wood graining material. Let's check out lights here. Round view lights. Kind of got the soft yellow. I'd rather they be white. It's pretty bright right now out, so I can't really tell how well they work, but I'm sure they're okay. Fits pretty good. Like this whole thing, like I'm shaking the entire car by moving it, so that feels good. Gauges look nice, as most of the Nissan lineup does. Kind of infinity-ish looking, which makes sense, of course. And boy, do these seats feel comfortable. They really do. Okay. So no USBs in there, little place for your change to hang out, which I don't know, there must be something else, because it's nice to have your change there, but then you're missing all this space. So it sounds hollow too. So as much as that change thing is good, I wish it would just stopped right there so you still had the space underneath, you know. Heated steering wheel feels nice. I can feel it warm all the way around. There we go. Oh. Take off the parking brake. So my initial feeling is it just reminds me of typical Nissan, really. It's pretty smooth. So yeah, I mean, it still just has that regular Nissan feel to it. I gotta turn off this heated steering wheel too. Good to know it works so well though. I'm gonna push on it a little, see what the drone is like. Honestly, that wasn't too bad. Moving here a little bit, but there was a lot more pickup and a lot less drone than there used to be. I know I think it was a 2015 Rogue we had. That thing was just crazy noise. So I will say, just even like when I went from the Santa Fe to the Palisade, just not having those signals that turn on, or the video that turns on, the camera piece of it while you're using the turn signal, man, maybe that's a luxury, but it's nice. And it really just helps you see, because I have my mirrors here, but you just see so much. You can see like 1 or 2 lanes basically. It just is a lot of confidence, and it's a really cool tech feature to have, honestly. Doesn't sound too bad, I'll tell you that. Try to put you guys right there. How's that work, YouTube? All right, okay, let's get at it. So I'm just gonna go through these couple menus real quick. Driver assistance. So not too bad. The controls are pretty decent. I mean, they're pretty simple. Like cruise control setting there, and you could just easily turn it all on and off. So if you don't want any of it, it's, I guess you don't push it in, you press it down. One other thing I will point out is it's nice to just have the camera button. You can see, and even on the front of the car, it shows like what direction you're aiming towards. So that's nice. And let's see here, camera. So then you can see the side. So there's only a camera on the right side, I guess not on the left. To have a 360 camera, I mean, it's odd that you don't have the other side. I mean, you would think you must, but I guess not. I mean, I don't know. We'll just roll down the window and see. No, there is a camera down there, so it's weird. I'm not sure why we can't see the other camera view. Back to the drive. I think you will get used to the shifter, but I mean, just sitting here, it's something that you would get used to, but it's not normal. It's not as different as a shifter overall. All things considered, as I'm talking about it, it's not. But what am I doing? Talking about it. So thus, it is different. So I don't care if it all mimics the same thing. It's definitely different. I mean, after driving this for like a day or two, I think you would just be used to it or whatever. But I feel like any person that's just gonna hop in this car and go to drive, they're just gonna be like, what? Well, so did I slide it? What I did in the beginning. And I don't know. It's cool, but then again, it's not cool. I will say, in the pictures that I've seen of this car, it made this look like at least a cooler looking shifter. It's just kind of like hard rubberized rubber that'd be like up here or something. And I don't know, it looks unique. It's definitely different looking, but I don't know, it doesn't seem as special as I thought. Now I do like this steering wheel. Flat bottom's nice, but you know, whatever. Overall, I mean, it looks pretty good. Got the gloss black in there. This one does have paddle shifters, which the Santa Fe did not. But I mean, how much are you using paddle shifters? Like, if I end up getting a Porsche Macan, then yeah, I want paddle shifters. But this, I mean, I don't know. It's a CVT on top of it. It's not like it's an actual automatic. I mean, it does pretty good at trying to mimic the gears, I'll say that. And I mean, yeah, it's gonna be fun, you know, to rev it out a little bit. But I mean, again, you're not driving this car to be super sporty, so it's not really something that you actually need. And as much as it mimics gears and stuff, it's not really gonna be all that fast. So I'm gonna do a little bit of highway here. Finally get into using some of the cruise control. So I'm in sport mode. the paddles off, so then you just drop down for set. Now it's set. I'm at 62 miles an hour. I'm gonna say, oops. Oh, it's too easy to cancel, that's for sure. Because you got to use this to change the speed too. So I accidentally canceled it while I'm trying to go up because it's such a tiny button, it just pushed in. So I want to go 70 miles an hour. Keep that kind of distance. And now we'll also see too. It is keeping me in the lane, I'll tell you that. It is turning me. Oh, see, it warned me to put my hands on. So it warned me a lot sooner than the Hyundai to put my hands on the wheel. But here, I got my hands on the wheel and now I'll let off. And it's gonna be kind of straight for a while. It's doing a pretty good job at keeping me in the middle of the lane. It's asking me to put my hands on the wheel right away. I'm gonna see how long it does. Yeah, so it got pretty angry there. I'm gonna try to let it go again and see if it'll just shut off on me. I do feel like it's not as smooth as the Hyundai. It's definitely keeping me in the lane, so we'll see when it turns off. Whoa! So it went to automatically brake me. I had a car behind me. And it just went to go to auto emergency stop. I mean, I was expecting it maybe to cut off the cruise control. You know what I mean? Like just start coasting and make you have to push back on the pedal or do whatever. I'm not quite sure I like that. I mean, again, it's beeping and doing all these sounds. Like you gotta be crazy to know that it'll do that, and at that point still just keep not putting your hands on the wheel again. But it only does it for about, I don't know, what was that, 20 seconds before it starts yelling. And then after about half a minute, 45 seconds, it just wanted to shut off. But to shut off and then emergency brake, I mean, I guess that's fine. Because in their mind, they're probably like, well, if you're not awake at the wheel, then we're just gonna come bring the car to a stop. But I don't know. So we'll see how it does, keeping me. Yeah, it's pretty aggressive. There's a good amount of traffic too, so I don't want to be playing around too much. You know, obviously I'm not gonna crash into them or anything, especially since I'm alert and it's doing all its stuff at the same time, but I don't want to just make people feel nervous about crossing in a lane. But I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and cross without putting on my signal and see what happens. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. I mean, I felt it vibrate because obviously I was crossing over. I'm gonna do that again. Now, no one's in front of me, so it shouldn't slow me down because of radar. Yeah, the mitigation is pretty strong. Like, it started to like break the outside wheel or whatever and started vibrating to like try to keep me in that lane. Even though I was like swiftly moving over. But I mean, I get it. That's what the system's, you know, supposed to try to do. I definitely feel like the Hyundai system was, I wouldn't say a level above because it does keep you in the lane, but I do want to say a level above because the smoothness of it as it turned and everything. This one isn't jerky, like left to right bouncing, but you do feel it just, I don't know, like tugging on each lane. Overall, feels very comfortable. These seats, of course, feel so good. Seats definitely feel good. I mean, I'm used to Nissan products, so for that, like, I can appreciate some of the updates that it has, like the you know, not just adaptive cruise, but being able to keep you in the lane a little bit. Maybe it's not as good as Hyundai, but it's definitely a great feature to have. But it's like, I have a tractor trailer near me, and the car, even with my hands on the wheel, it's still like making all sorts of adjustments. Like if my hands were off the wheel and it was starting to make those adjustments, fine. But like if I'm sitting here with my hands on the wheel and I'm like turning a little, and then it's just pulling me back in more than I want to, and then I have an 18-wheeler right next to me, I don't know. For me, I'm fine. I get what's going on and all this stuff, and I'm alert. But I feel like for average people, it might feel a little concerning. So my overall thoughts on this 2021 Nissan Rogue SV premium trim. I believe that is what it is, premium. I like it, I don't love it. Obviously, it's definitely, as many of the Nissans are, it's value. You're getting a lot of stuff in this for, you know, 33 grand, which is a pretty decent price. I mean, it definitely feels like a nice place to be. There's no way you're getting in one of these Nissans, even in like a Sentra, and not feeling comfortable. This seat is just, you can do such a long ride on it. I feel so comfortable. I could just go to sleep right now. I'm also kind of hungry and the hot air's on, so I'm kind of feeling tired, but no, I mean, it's just, it's comfortable. Although I do feel, no, I guess not. I was gonna say, I feel like the kind of thigh support, like, you know, some of them kind of creep out for you, like on more of the luxury cars. I was gonna say, I feel like it could probably be a little longer for me. And it's weird because it even has like the little extension piece looking thing on it. But overall, I think it's fine. And I just feel hugged by the seat, which is nice. It's comfortable. I mean, all these Nissans are just smooth. They're smooth to drive. And with even less of the drone from the CVT, it makes it pretty comfortable. You know what I mean? It definitely, it's like driving in an Infinity. They do pretty good, like mirroring that kind of quality. Soaks up the bumps relatively decent. You know, I don't know, but I would say I was wowed by the Santa Fe, even though it was a little bit more. But this is the higher trim one that I wasn't even like really looking to drive. So this one's more like 36, 37. The way it's situated. But again, I feel good in here. It definitely, it gives you a premium type of look. I'm gonna get in the back seat, see how that feels. But I feel like I was a little more wowed. And now, mind you, this is only maybe $1,000 less than the Santa Fe that I drove. The way it's situated now, I was a little more impressed with the Santa Fe, especially with like the in the gauge, having the screen show every time you switch lanes, the heads-up display, the quality of their driver assistance was better. I'd say the seats in this one are definitely, the Santa Fe I would give a 7 or 8. These I'd give a 9. I could have a little more thigh support for me, and I'm not even that tall, I'm like 5'10". I feel like the thigh support, it could be just a little farther out. I feel like there's just so much cushion that I'm kind of like, where I am, I'm sitting like right here. You know what I mean? Because there's so much cushion. So even though it may seem like this seat has this much space, you're kind of starting from like right here. Overall, this seat is certainly more comfortable than the Santa Fe. Now I will get out and just go check out the back seat. So obviously that's where I just was, and this back seat's very comfortable. Yeah, feels very good. You can see the padding. They do such a good job. Look at that. That's like 8 inches of padding. Like, man, every auto manufacturer should be doing that. Got the sun blockers, sunshades or whatever. That's nice. As my wife would say, that's nice. yeah, it feels good. Let's see. Just a little drop down here, a little cup holder, you know. Other than that, there's no heated seats back here or anything. You do have the climate controls though, another USB and USB-C. And yeah, I mean, there's loads of leg room. That's like 6 inches from where I just was. So it's just gonna be completely comfortable. And this panoramic sunroof looks nice. Got your little map light back here. It definitely helps bring in the light. I'd say that's a very big blind spot right there. That's huge. That's like easily 1.5 feet. That's pretty surprising. And the back window is kind of small, but that's okay, I guess. And you do have a 12-volt outlet. And you got your drop downs there. So like I said, I like it. It'll stay on the list just because we do have a Nissan. But it'll be on the list. Like, I want to see, you know what I mean? Like, pricing does have something to do with it. Like this next one that we get, you know, kind of want something nice and good features and stuff. But if they come with a crazy deal that we just can't pass up, and you know, it's like $100 less for at least a month or something, then, you know, maybe we'll go for it. But maybe we even purchase the Hyundai Santa Fe. Who knows? Said at least. Definitely nice trim back here. Feels comfortable. It does still feel premium back here, I can tell you that. This is hard touch plastic though. It's not soft the way the one up here is. This is all hard touch. Though this is fake leather. This is fake leather and plastic. But it still gives you the feeling of premium feel. So I can appreciate that. The new Rogue 2021 SK Lifestyle. Leave your comments down below. What do you guys think?